Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dev Diary. Now this month we're trying something a little different from the norm. We'll be remaking an old project from a few years ago called Squirts. But before we go any further, remember to leave a like if you enjoyed today's video and want to see more like it in the future. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to also subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss future videos. Now with that out of the way, let's make sure we're all on the same page with a brief recap of Squirts. Now Squirts was a top-down action shooter that was partly inspired by a Warframe minigame. It pit the player against waves of enemies in the most dangerous and vicious water gun fights of all time. There's also an upgrade system that would improve the player's stats using winnings earned in the main game. There were also a number of different gun types to purchase, from the normal single shooter to something crazier like a spray hose. A few notable features were the random nature of the characters, featuring a host of animal types and randomly generated colors for their inner tubes. And these randomized features would also extend to the enemies, creating crowds of slightly different balls of cuteness to douse. The game also featured random terrain generation with environmentally appropriate graphics and a ton of effects that ended up really pushing gamemaker's limits. Now there's a few more specific features that we'll get to later, but to start I wanted to focus on one thing: the optimization. Now Squirts has been a project that has stuck with me for one large reason. It's the first project that really challenged and emphasized the need for optimization. Because while it looked great, there were an increasing number of decisions that would eventually ruin the project from a technical standpoint. So there's always been a desire to return to the concept. And now, with knowledge and understanding of how gamemaker works, and thanks to advancements in the engine itself, I think we can finally return to Squirts and not only remake it, but do it even better than last time. Well, at least to the point where optimization is no longer the concern it used to be. Which finally brings us to this month and today's video. I want to try something a little different with this project and have each video break down a specific aspect of the remake. Starting with next week, we'll take a look at the optimization in particular, specifically how it pertains to the presentation, which was itself a major component of the optimization issues of the original. The week after, we'll focus on gameplay and experience, which will include changes and additions that have been made to the remake. And we'll end the month with an overall look at the remake and how it compares to the original. We'll also go over any final thoughts or ideas for the project's future. Now that's the plan, and I hope you're as excited as I am to actually start getting into the nitty-gritty next week. So please share any and all thoughts regarding Squirts, the remake, or this general take on Dev Diary in the comments. In the meantime, if you would like to play a few other games that have been featured here on the channel before, or want early access to the weekly videos, subscribe to my Patreon. With that said, brings us to the end of today's Dev Diary, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.